Jesse Duke here. So I've been into smoking meat for a long time now, and I have my big offset smoker out over here, but I recently bought this pellet smoker, and it was pretty cheap. I bought it on Amazon for about $350. I've got a nice pork butt on it right now, but it dawned on me that it really doesn't have enough space, and I really want a vertical part to it. So I got on Facebook and I just put out there to all my friends if anyone had an old electric smoker cab. So a friend of mine messaged back. He said, "Yeah, I've got one." He said, "Bring me a 12-pack of beer and it's yours." So I said, "Works for me." So the only thing I've done to this so far is I've taken the feet off of it. So in this video, in a couple of parts, obviously I can't do it today because I'm cooking this and it's too hot, but in a couple of parts I'm gonna show you how I'm going to take this cabinet off of an electric smoker, and I'm going to fit this onto this. So they've used it a few times, but it's not very old, and like I said, I got it for a 12-pack of Coors Light. So I took the legs off it, like I said. I'm gonna cut a hole in this. The smoke is going to come out of this up into this vertical section, and I'm going to take that stack and put it back on this so that I can still control the flow, because convection is really important when you're smoking meat. I'm going to leave the, because as you guys know, once you wrap a brisket or wrap any kind of meat, you don't need your pellets anymore. So what I can actually do with this is I can kill this when I'm done. When I wrap a brisket, I can stop this smoker completely. I can fire up this heating element down here, put the brisket in, set the temperature to 225, and I can take it all the way up to 197 or 203 or whatever I'm doing at that time, depending on how tough the meat is. It's got the racks. I'm going to build some hooks in the top so I can hang sausage in here, do jerky. So I'm pretty excited about this because I think it's going to go on with very little effort. So anyway, tomorrow probably we're going to do that, and I'll show you more about it and what I plan on doing when that time comes. See you then. So I finished my pork butt, and I'm going to start, even though it's kind of late at night, I got in here and removed the stack. So let me zoom out on that. So I removed this stack off the side of my smoker, and there's this little ledge here. I'm actually going to set the box on that. I set the box up here, and I kind of drew a vague line, a circle as to where the hole will be to go inside of this smoker, the vertical portion. So right now I'm going to go get a hole saw, make that connection. I went ahead and cut the hole in this where I marked it, as you can see. Now I'm going to place it up here where it goes, like this. I had to turn it sideways because my latches were going to hit my lid, but it's no big deal. I would have preferred the gauge be that way, but I can always put a gauge here if it bothers me that much. It doesn't matter as far as you're smoking. And I wanted to be able to leave the electrode in case I want to use this as a warmer box later or something like that. This still is a functional smoker. So when that gets put in line, you can see the hole there. The gasket's falling down, but I'm going to put it in place. You see there, we'll get all the smoke. It'll come through the back here, fill this whole chamber up. So as you can see, I've taken some stainless steel screws and put all around there. I just realized that I left the rubber seal pieces on, so I'm going to pull all these screws back out, remove that rubber piece, because I don't want any kind of contaminants if I were to run this thing up around 500 degrees. So that's a mistake. Don't do that. I'm going to pull those washers off, then put these screws back in. But other than that, you can see I put about 5 or 6 of them through there, so the whole structure is supported by this. Now these walls are still thin, so if you look at the grill, you'll see that that is sagging that way because of the weight. So I got this piece of angle iron. I don't know what it came off of. It's just something that I had. I'm going to cut it to support from down here where the crossbar is on the wheels up to the base of this, and that should transfer that outside weight down to that crossbar. So I'll get right back with you once I do that. So I've just, the original plan I had didn't work, so I had some old pipe laying around. Obviously I'm going to sand that down and paint it black. I put a different piece of strut on the back there at the same angle. So now this whole thing is super solid, and this is level, or plumb I should say. This thing will be ready to smoke. I got to clean it all up, clean the grates up. I may even take the original exhaust stack or whatever and place it like here maybe, or maybe even here, so that I can still have some control over the flow. These things don't actually come with exhausts, but that's because they're supposed to permeate smoke in there, and I'm looking for more of a convection and drying, like for jerky and stuff. So I'm not sure exactly how I'll do this. I may not do it until I see how it smokes the first time. But yeah, that's my quick little thought in the middle of the day. It took me about an hour. Like I said, I got that free for a 6-pack of beer. Bought this a few months ago. So now I've increased the capacity of my smoker by however many cubic feet this is. So I can hang sausage in here, I can do jerky in here, I can do 2 pork butts in here while I'm doing a brisket here. I'll be able to have a good medium-sized gathering and be able to cook enough meat for probably 60 people on this thing pretty easily, if not more. So yeah, there it is. So it's the next day now, and I went ahead and put the biggest brisket I could find on this Z-Grill. It's a honker. Had it on about 2 hours now. And if you come around here, I have a rack of ribs on there using this thing for the first time, and it's working out really good. I found that the element in the bottom right here, I can use it to supplement it. The temp dropped really bad just now when we opened all this, but I can use this to supplement that. So this was running about 30 degrees colder than this, so I was able to bump it up. But this is going to work great, because now that I know this runs 30 degrees colder, then I know I can cold smoke in it now. At my 180 degree setting, I can do 150 in here, which means I could even smoke cheese in here if I want to. I think I can get it that cold. So I'll update you later if I can or not, but I'm going to try to do some cheese in here one day.